Hello and welcome to our channel.
Yes, I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Steve.
And we are the Pitched Up Wanderers.
We have been vlogging on YouTube for 5 years now. It's a long time, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
We started off in our first motorhome, who was called Marge. And then we moved on to our self-converted camper van, who's called Nessa. And then I suppose our latest adventure we've had for about 14-15 months now is this, our narrowboat.
Yep, so she's a 58-foot semi-trad narrowboat, and we've had her
since October 2024.
Oh gosh, yeah, long time.
About 14-15 months.
And right when we first got her, we were like, yeah, we must do a tour, because everyone we know, all our friends, family, people who don't know, work colleagues about boats, oh, what's it like? You know, can you stand up in it? Can you, you know, have you got hot water? Have you got heating?
Has it got a toilet?
Is it cold? Have you got a toilet and all of that? And we're like, we must do a tour. So here we are, 18 months later, doing a tour.
So our boat is called Dream at the moment. She was built in 1999, so she's 27 years old. We think from her history she only had one owner from new. We're the second owners, and she's in really good condition for a boat of that age. So yeah, let's go and give you a tour. So this is the back of the boat, or what's commonly technically known as the stern of the boat. This is where all the action happens. So we've got our rudder and our tiller, so it steers the boat. We haven't got the tiller on at the moment, but basically you push the tiller to the left and the boat goes to the right. You push it to the right and it goes to the left. And then to go forwards and backwards, there's just the controller here. You push it further to go forwards, you push it further to go backwards. Simple as that.
So while Steve is captain of the boat, I am crew, and I generally lounge here with a cup of tea and a sandwich. We wanted a semi-trad because we wanted to be able to have a really sociable area at the back whilst we're cruising, and it does just that. I mean, we've had 8 people here whilst we've been cruising, which is fun for the captain, trying to see where he's going, but yeah, all good.
So the bit that makes the boat go along is under here. Ta-da! This is our engine. She's the OG, so she's been here for 26, 27 years. It's a Beta 43 engine. Boat people know all about them. They're one of the best, I'm told. And touch wood, she's never let us down. When we bought the boat, she was perhaps the bit that was in the worst condition. She's not been looked after very well. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. So we've spent a lot of time and effort getting her sorted, cleaning out the bilge. We've had to replace a few parts, fix some leaks and things like that. But essentially, the engine runs the propeller spins, pushes the boat along. It also obviously generates electric, so it charges our batteries back up, and it heats the hot water. So we do have absolutely boiling hot water on this boat. If we're moored up for a long time, we don't want to run the engine for any reason, we do have a diesel heater under here as well, and the diesel heater is really good because it gets the central heating going, and again, it can heat the water up if we need it. So another way for us to kind of regenerate, recuperate, make power for our batteries is via our solar. It's not very sunny today, but even today we're getting some solar, so we've got 2 nice big juicy solar panels that gives us lots of power, and particularly in the summer and the spring, never an issue. We've got power coming out of our ears. This is the front of the boat, or again the technical term is the bow. It's a little bit muddy at the moment because it's winter. It's always muddy on a boat in winter, but we've got storage under here. We've got some bits of junk stored under here. We've got wood and coal for our wood burning stove, and in the front is our gas locker, where we have 2 big gas bottles that run our cooker.
And another feature that we really loved about this boat was the nice bow area. So actually we can have, I think we've had 8 people out here as well, 2 on the front there with cushions, all sat round enjoying a nice cruise in the sunshine. We've got a crash cover that we pull up for the evening or when the weather's bad to add a little bit of waterproofing, and it makes a real difference to the draft coming through. It's not our favourite style of crash cover. We hope to make some progress with that maybe over the next 18 months and make some improvements there.
So in case you don't know, on a boat sometimes you go through a tunnel, so you obviously need a nice big juicy spotlight on the front so you can see where you're going, and this little thing here is designed to scare people when they're sat on the front of the boat because it's really funny, but it's a horn, so it's there to warn other boaters if you're coming through a small gap or a bridge, because it's not easy to stop a boat. You need a bit of warning sometimes. Yeah, this is our garden.
Right, don't embarrass me because I really love plants and gardening, but I rescued that out of a bin store. A boater had thrown it away, so it needs some repair, and obviously I need to get some plants in it for the spring. So we are very lucky because our front doors are what I guess you call barn doors. So we can have the bottom bit shut, the top bit open for some nice fresh air, and it also stops this little guy escaping, as he likes to be outside sometimes, don't you? This is Bert. Bert's the other crew member on Narrowboat Dream.
Welcome inside.
Welcome to the
front room. Front room. We call it the front room.
The front room, the front cabin, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we really love this space. It's a great light, airy space that we use for multiple reasons. We use this space for many things. We're really lucky that we've got some great built-in storage. We've got a massive cupboard here that we use for shoes and dog paraphernalia. This cupboard here is a funny little shape, but it's quite good because it keeps the legs in for the table. And we've also got under step storage as well, so we've got like pairs of boots and things in there. And then under here is all storage as well, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we can go from lounging mode to dining room mode. Or office mode, because sometimes we work from home.
Or games area, because we love to play games. That sounds a bit weird. Board games, card games, that kind of thing.
Card games. We love to play games.
This is our favourite game. For anybody who knows much about the game or particular certain YouTube boat vloggers, we upset them at Christmas, but we won't go into that.
Yeah, so great space. Originally this table was massive when we bought the boat, and our lovely carpenter Lloyd adjusted it for us to try and keep it in the same style. We'd never been able to do this, would we? It was
a bit too big if you were trying to use this as a corridor and a walk through, getting in and out.
But also you couldn't get in, could you?
You couldn't get in, it's really wedged.
It was like we didn't fit. Yeah.
But now, it's great. So obviously table up, it's here. When it's away, it gets stored away, and it's got a lovely little space just down here, and the legs live in that front cupboard. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. So multi-use space.
Yeah, and we've also got a 12-volt socket that side, so if we want to set up a TV, we can have a TV in that corner as well. Right, into the galley. So welcome to the galley. A perfectly formed space in my opinion. We've looked at loads of boats when we were looking for boats, and just really like the layout of this. I really like that it's in the middle. Yeah, it's a really good use of space. So we've got 4-burner gas hob, we have a grill and an oven. We've got a tiny slim cupboard in here that we use for bins and dog food. Then over this side we've got loads of over cupboard storage, loads of space. We've got great power, so we can run our coffee machine, our milk warmer, our kettle. Loads of cupboards and drawers along here. I mean, these drawers are massive. And then we have a fridge freezer as well. Sink, hob, we can run an air fryer, a toaster, any appliance you want really. So we've got loads of power. Another great feature of the kitchen that I really love is our duck hatch. And the reason we call it a duck hatch is because all our pet ducks come and they tap on the boat and we feed them. And it's lovely, summer or winter actually, even when you're cooking, have that open, nice fresh air the boat out, lovely.
So one of the things that we really like about this boat from the moment we first saw it is that you can divide it into separate areas. I guess if you've got other people with you and you want a little bit of private area, sleeping at night, you can shut the doors. You're getting changed or whatever, or if you're just trying to control the heat in the winter, you can only have to heat certain areas of the boat. So anyway, from our galley, please feel free to come through to our lounge area. I'll just see if anybody's in. Hello, come in. Thanks for knocking. So that door just folds back nicely behind the wall there, and this is our lounge area. This is where we probably spend most of our time when it's not summer and it's not so nice being outside, so we spend a lot of time in our lounge. It's great. It's got, again, a nice big L-shaped sofa which we can sit and relax on. We have a desk area, so we can sit and do some desking, some work and things. It's great for storage. And probably the best bit about it is our multi-fuel stove. It burns coal, it burns wood. We fitted it ourselves. It wasn't in when we bought the boat. and it just brings the whole boat alive. It's lovely, it's really warm, it's really nice. It's just, I could sit here for hours looking at it. It's the best thing ever. With most things, when you live in small spaces, whether it be houseboat, van, they have multiple uses. So not only is this our lounge for lounging in the evening, watching telly, relaxing, whatever, it also acts as a bedroom as well. So this bed turns into a double bed. So yeah, this pulls out. It's not the best system in the world ever, it's a bit stiff. But why not, Bert? Yeah, this bit pulls out to here, and then we just have to rejig the cushions a little bit, and it makes a double bed. Welcome to my bedroom. So yeah, you can obviously sleeping bags, duvet, sheets, anything. It's not the most comfortable bed in the world ever, but it's all right. There's also some additional storage in here. So under this seat we have a nice storage area where again you can put bedding or anything you want really. And under here is a pull-out drawer which you can pull out, and we keep a lot of our kindling and bits in there for lighting the fire. If you live in a house like most people do, you'll probably be familiar with this. It's a normal radiator that you get in houses as well. It's adapted slightly because it works on a boat, works on a pump and a diesel heater. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 radiators in our boat, and it's a really good effective way of warming the boat quickly if you need to.
So one of the things I really loved about this boat was that we had a bit of a central walkway, because lots of narrow boats, everything's all down one side, and I like that you could come into like a middle space. And then we've got a really clever setup with some cupboards here that make additional doors. So if you have got people staying, they've actually got their own room to sleep in with where the door's shut. Here is the door shut as a door, and then down here we've got a cupboard with coats and all sorts of other junk. That's one of our jobs later on today, is to do some tidying out. But it's a great space. Got a little push light in there, and then there's too much in there. So there we go, and then you come into the corridor, and this is what I was saying about lots of the narrow boats we looked at. The walkway space is all like this, and what I love about this boat is that you get to kind of meander all the way across the boat in different directions rather than all the way down the side. So this is the hallway. This is where we keep the stool for the desk area, and a nice bright window, and then we go into one of our 2 bathrooms. This is I guess you would call the downstairs toilet area. If you had a house with just a loo and a sink, it's a really great space because it's all tiled. It's got a massive cupboard for cleaning materials. We store all of our cleaning stuff in there. Big sink, and we have pump out toilets. So we've got 2 toilets in this boat. So pump out toilet here, and the tank is under that bed in the lounge, or in the sofa, under the sofa in the lounge. But this is a really great space for drying wet coats because it's all tiled. So we've got hooks where we hang our wet coats, and then we've got a dryer here that pops out, and we can dry our washing in here as well. And then into the master bedroom. This is the master bedroom where we have a bed in the room. And some really great storage as well. We're really lucky. This boat is excellent storage. Terrible lighting, but excellent storage. So we've got overhead cupboards. We have got a huge bed, believe it or not. We'll show you how that develops shortly. Under the bed we have got 1, 2, 3 storage drawers, which are massive, and a huge wardrobe for storage there. Mirrored area for getting ready, plug sockets for drying hair, etc., and a lovely warm radiator.
Now let's show you our fully made up, mega luxury, super king size bed. The size of a bed is important to us. We really appreciate our sleep, and I can't get too close to Chell because she snores too much. So we like to have plenty of room so that we can get a good quality night's sleep. Some people don't, most boats only have it this wide, but ours is mega wide.
When we first got the boat, we did both try to sleep. This did have a small double mattress in it, and we both did try to sleep. We managed about 4 hours before Steve got up and went and slept in the other room. So first few months we were sleeping in separate beds in here. We just couldn't, like, we're really broad people, so we just couldn't fit. So it didn't work out for us, but we've made some great improvements.
And this is our bed fully made up, so it goes across the entire width of the boat. It's really comfy, and we sleep way better here than we do at home.
And what's the secret to 23 years of marriage, Steve? Single duvets.
Ah, yeah, single duvets.
Have your own duvet, folks.
So I just do not get one. And this is our second bathroom, or main bathroom. It's the same as the other bathroom. It's got the pump out toilet with the tank to hold the waste, and it just gets pumped out when you get to a service area, and then a nice big sink for whatever. There's a really nice cabinet for your general storage, and again a massive cupboard underneath it for all the Cheryl stuff. And then we've got our shower, so probably like every other shower in a narrowboat really. We get absolutely roasting hot water through it, especially if the engine's been running. It absolutely burns you. Because the outlet over the side is higher than the actual drain for the shower tray, there's like a pump, it's like a gulper pump, and it makes a funny noise, and it sucks all the water out and pumps it out when you need to. So yeah, that's our bathroom. So if you come out of our bathroom and turn right, is our back squeaky back door, and that heads back out onto the stern of our boat where we started the tour. But one final thing to show you. Obviously we talked about power a lot and how we run the boat and electricity and things, is this area here. Now, as Cheryl alluded to, lighting isn't brilliant on this boat, so we're working on it. So I've got a torch for now. But in this cupboard, we have got a Victron Multiplus 2 inverter, which basically turns 12 volt power into 240 volt power, so you can run your normal household appliances. So that is absolutely fantastic. It works really well. Touch wood, we've never had a problem with it. We've got our solar charger, so that kind of controls all the power coming in from the sun and the solar panels. What's called a DC to DC charger, so that controls all the power coming from the alternator for the engine, all of which leads and charges the batteries for us, so we've got plenty of nice juice. You do have to be economical and think about it. You have to think about how much power you're using, turning things on and off, etc, and not be wasteful, as you do with water. But it's no big deal really. It's probably not a bad way to live your life, is it?
Oh, cheers. Happy touring.
Happy touring. So thank you very much for joining us on that tour. We hope you found it useful and enjoyable.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a nosy, isn't it, around someone else's home. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, we are very blessed to have a brick house, a van house and a boat house, and we divide our time between them depending on where we want to be, what time we've got for travelling, whether we need to go to work or not. So yeah, very lucky.
So we spent, if you're interested in getting a narrowboat or you're looking at narrowboats, we spent a long time picking a boat. We saw a lot of boats, yeah. Good boats, not so good boats. Obviously your price bracket is going to be a factor in that, but we spent ages. The reasons we bought this boat hopefully are kind of quite self-explanatory. Everything works, all the catches, all the doors line up. Inside was immaculate. We inherited all the cutlery and everything that came with it, and it's Wedgwood. It's amazing.
Yeah, a lot of the things were left in the boat because the owners didn't want to take any of that with them. So we were really lucky that they left us loads of Nicholson's guides and yeah, loads of stuff, which has been really lovely. So we haven't had to kind of shell out a lot to kind of set up this as a second home. But yeah, if you've got any questions, because I know friends, colleagues, students we teach all ask us like loads of, I think the best question I had the other day was, do you have an upstairs? I was like, yeah, it's called the roof and you can sit on there if it's sunny and not too hot so you don't burn your toes. But yeah, if you've got any questions, please ask away. I hope you've enjoyed having a little nosy around our narrowboat home. Yeah, standard YouTube. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Ding the bell for notifications. We try to bring out a video weekly. Sometimes we take a little gap depending on work patterns and things. But yeah, we do a nice mix of travel in the van and on the boat. So yeah, let us know what you'd like to see. If you want to see any more of specific areas of the boat, let us know. Take care now. See you next time. Bye.